When was the last time you were really bored? I mean, when you genuinely had nothing to do, not worrying about what you should be doing, or feeling bad because you're not doing anything. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Veda, also known as Saku or sakuraopal on the internet, and welcome to episode 22 of Saku Vlogs, a series I have been doing since I was in high school. This episode captures the last few moments of my second year in college/art school and a summer of a 19, almost 20-year-old girl really experiencing life for the first time. Because I think all I did before this was study like every Asian kid ever. Anyways, as some of you may know, one of my biggest dreams is to create animation films that can hopefully inspire and move the hearts of the people. Animation is a medium like no other, suitable for all ages because I think even when animation are usually geared towards children, many adults enjoy it just because everyone has that inner child, that enthusiasm and wonder about the world, no matter how buried that is deep inside you. If you're interested in animation, I made a whole video talking about a full year process making a short film, and I just basically gush over animation for 20 or so minutes, so link in the description if you're interested. It's like 3 days before I have to fly back, and this is the state of the room right now. It's a huge mess, so I gotta keep going. This is it. The movers are coming shortly. Anyways, I recently finished my second year in art school and I've learned a lot. My drawings and artistic voice has grown a lot since first year, I think, but most importantly, I learned that the world kind of sucks. Well, I already sort of knew that. To my dorm room getting flooded, to realizing how scummy some humans can be, to realizing the absolute horrid state of the animation industry and really starting to worry about what I want to do in the future. Second year has really been an interesting one, and to be honest, I find myself kind of jaded these days. Looking back at my old videos, I used to have so much enthusiasm and passion in me, which I can't seem to channel in the same way now. I think everyone sort of knows already how important it is to have your inner child. I certainly felt this way when I homestayed in Japan last year summer, since in my first year of college I really tried to grow up and be an adult, whatever that may mean. But what have you been up to this summer, Veda? Well, I'm glad you asked. After completing my film, I went to New York for a bit. That was fun, and then I also had to do a lot of storage and all that end of college life stuff. Then I said goodbye to my friends, and yes, I cried really hard, and then back home on a 15 or so hour flight. I do this thing that every time I have an abundant amount of free time, I would throw myself into projects and work on anything productive. So this summer I got to intern in 2 places, and it was the first time I really worked in person because most of my jobs or any work experience I had so far has been mostly freelance or remote. So it was really fun and different from the things I usually do, but also really tiring. I interned in a gallery art fair. Basically, just imagine a little intern running around carrying artworks across the venue to get them wrapped and to put them on the wall again. That was basically what I was doing. It was really fun, and I got to meet so many local artists for the very first time. I also got the chance to intern at a computer graphics studio, mostly making stuff for a lot of Hong Kong movies, which is super cool to know the process and just what the overall studio culture is, because your girl has never been an office lady before. And in that job, I also learned a lot of cool new After Effects tricks because I stare at it for like 9 hours a day, and I actually composited and retouched some shots that will be in an upcoming Hong Kong movie, so that's super cool. And lastly, in addition to making my own YouTube videos, I now edit for my favorite YouTuber too. That's really crazy. I'm still fangirling over this, but basically I applied to a lot of places, getting rejected from a lot of places, and then when I saw my favorite YouTuber needed an editor, I was just like, what do I have to lose, because I've been rejected so many times already. And I applied, half for the memes, and I actually got the gig. So the moral of the story is that always do things for the memes, guys, but also just life works in mysterious ways. I've been reading Cardcaptor Sakura for most of the day. Yeah, I'm just rereading. And when was the last time you physically held a manga in your hand, right? So I really feel like a kid doing this again, and the reason for that is because I went to a secondhand store recently, and then they had the entire thing for 100 Hong Kong dollars. That's like 13 USD, and that's like $1 US each for each manga, which is crazy for 2024 standards, I mean, too. So yeah, I'm just so happy. I don't know, I feel like it's just so fun to read and really like physically, like this is what I used to do as a kid, is just read. Like, I don't know, like I read a lot of literature and psychology books now to expand my brain knowledge, but I've forgotten how it feels to read like this, just like what I did when I was young. Yeah, just a little update. Okay. Old school, I'm gonna go back like what I did as a kid and use a CD. My mom gave me the Totoro album that she used to play for us as a kid. Not Totoro, I mean the entire Ghibli soundtrack. So that's fun. It's spinning. I recently had this realization that I'm actually finally living life. I think with me being a K-pop stan and seeing a lot of prodigies on the internet, my perception of age was certainly skewed, that I had no time left. I'm getting so old now, but in reality, life has just really begun for me. I know when I was a kid, I certainly thought that as soon as I became an adult, life would be over, but for now, it's kind of like the opposite, isn't it? I know a lot of my audience may still be young, and here I am telling you to be a kid when you're actually a kid, but I think even when I was in middle school, I was so stressed about the exams and all my co-curricular activities, constant worry, that I actually forgot to be a kid at the time. So that's probably why now I'm trying my best, even though it's hard, to let go all of my worries or like thinking I'm not productive, my future, whatever, like things in life once in a while, and finally live out my best shoujo anime character, like in all those slice of life animes, mangas, shut-in daydreams, reading my favorite manga, hugging my soft toys, and drawing whatever I want to draw. And also another reminder, my online store is currently open. Pre-orders of my art book and keychain are until July 1st, so please go give my products a home. I put a lot of love and to the creation, to the designing, to the packaging and shipping. I do all of it, so that would mean a lot to me. And yeah, hi friends, it's currently quite late into the night now. I've just been drawing for the past few hours. I've recently been, actually I've always been into Lei's music, but I really wanted to draw an illustration inspired by her song Beautiful Stranger. So yeah, that's how it's going so far. I did all the line art. Yeah, I'm trying to do more complicated or bigger scope illustrations and just trying to draw more things for myself, but also learning more about my drawing process because it's always an ongoing journey. Yeah, I feel like this day has made my heart so full. I don't know, it's just, when was the last time I really did things for myself and not worried about all the things going on in my life? Yeah, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate everyone that keeps supporting me, and I'll do my best to try to make more content and we can all grow together. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.